Who's in the room to Kia Newell?
Me, Taiwan.
Of Carson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, your camera's on and everything. You good? Well, you left. Hello, Miss Greer. All right. Get about 9 minutes before we start coding. Oh, you came back as yourself. Okay. Okay. So 8 more minutes. We're gonna start. You might want to set your screens up so we can discuss today's project and then begin. I do want to talk about grades quickly, and we have prize reports coming up real soon too. So take 8 minutes to get yourself ready. This is time for grace period. Allow students in. We're gonna go through our norms in a moment. Okay, so just giving people time to come into the room. Got 5 more minutes. You should have found the project link for today's assignment in Edsby. So you might want to be logged in Edsby as well. Carson, did you see the link at all or no? Well, Greer, did you happen to see it? You're able to access it?
Yeah.
Okay. So just size your screen so that we can begin coding this project.
not mean it's right. Integrity. Integrity is telling myself the truth.
Carson, mute your mic, dude.
Sorry.
He just does some motivation today. Okay, so about 2 more minutes. Let me go take care of attendance real quick. Where is it at? So Tyra Allen is absent. Michael Brown is absent. We side by side these screens. Let's see here. People. Okay, Rush is here. Cool. Um, Carson is here. Julian Cervantes is absent. Shanta Cherry is absent. Roman Davis absent. John Tez Goss absent. Miss Greer is present. Jamel Harris is absent. Joshua Hill's absent. Giovanni is absent. Daniel Jackson's absent. Jamari Jones is absent. Ramel Lee is absent. Tamia Love is absent. Lanaire Robinson's absent. Annalika Vernon is absent. And Miss Worthy is absent. Rainy day. Okay. All right. So we're about to begin. I'm going to ask each of you to read a section of the norms since there's two of us here. And then we're going to jump into our coding. That'll be right after we do our norms. That means I can share. Now I can share these names to Office. Let's make sure that's saved. And we're going to jump into our basic norms and our academic norms. So need you two to participate. Let's start with who's first on the list. Miss Greer. Can you read the five basic norms? Let me zoom in some more.
No one has the right to hurt another person. Education in the classroom is sacred. We will never behave in a way that would discredit ourselves as school and our family. As still accountable self as students always saluted to know. We take part in excellence.
She said that real fast. Thank you, Miss Greer. I think you said the rest of it. Let's see here. The five academic norms. Mr. Carson, can you recite all five?
We respect the opinions of others. We respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Okay. So let's get started. We're working on uh, similar stuff that we did last week, whereas before we took images and those images were like taken from the project. And this is Miss Vega. Okay. Those images were taken from a previous project and placed to another. So for 10 points, Carson, can you tell me, can you not tell me, but can you put in the chat the link we're working on today? I see Alika's made it. Okay. Hello, Miss Vernon. Where's Miss Cherry?
She
Sorry.
should be hopping on now.
She says, you said what, dear?
She should be hopping on her now.
Okay. All right. Well, let me give me a second. You might want to catch up to us. We're about to start the project. I did want to talk about grades real quick because that's coming up, basically progress reports, and this is the time to finalize grades. Now, thank you, Mr. Carson. He just put in the link for 10 points and just making sure you guys are paying attention. He put in the link that you can use to go to your Scratch project for today. So the first thing you want to do is definitely open up the project by clicking on the link, right? And the project looks like this here. So let's expand this so you can see what it does, and then we'll talk about grades because we gotta do our work correctly. Some people have been putting the same project in for this, just daily, and you'll know that if you have it incomplete. So please, please, please go back and fix that so you can have a decent grade before I think it's October 8th when we have progress reports. I'm sorry. So when you hit the green flag, it tells you, it has a dialogue. It tells you what they're going to do. And they say this is a tradition. So you could change these things, but your goal is to take an animation, use the same backdrop, and have them do this same similar race, right? So in this, you see they're racing. They say click on the blue dragon to learn how, right? And it tells you directions. Press the down key and have them cheer. So if I press the down key on my keyboard, you notice they will be moving. Who's coming in the room? Oh, it's Greer. You're in here twice. How did you do that?
My computer just died.
Oh, okay. You trying to fix it, I guess. Okay, so there's Cherry. All right, now I can go back and mark her present. So all I'm doing is I'm going over the project we're going to be working on today. So do most of it in class and get them marked present. Cherry. There she is. As a reminder, cameras have to stay on the entire duration of class. And that's not my policy. That's just the policy of the school and many others where we have to see what you're doing. So every now and then I'll check on your camera.
I'm trying to get to the project.
Okay. No, I understand, Cherry. I'm just doing my routine disclaimer. Don't take it to heart. Let's see here. So what was I explaining? You have to code yours so that you have the same type of mechanism where they race. All I'm doing is pressing the down key, and that makes them animate. Okay. So I'm gonna come out of this, and you got to get the habit of like integrating these backdrops. I think Carson and Greer are pretty good at this. At least that's what they was telling me when they showed the demonstrations. But when it comes to actually implementing it, you have to think stretch it out a little bit or download it the correct way. So let's minimize this and let's go inside this source code. Before I get too far, we got to go through the instructions today. I was trying to wait until everybody was here. So let's go through what you have to do today. We got new people came in the room, so I'm going to go through this, and I need, let's see, all right, Carson and Greer speak. Vernon, can you read what's in the chat right now?
Hello and good day to the future career science. Please review and begin to create the Mid Scratch profile. You will need to confirm your email address, and this should allow you to share our projects that create in the class.
Okay, so those are two links. Thanks, Ms. Vernon. Those are two links you're going to use to, one, start a new Scratch project. Make sure you log in. Two, go to your Scratch source code. This is the code I'm giving you that looks like this on the screen here. Okay, so you click on that and make sure you're so you can follow along and do it, because we're getting into more and more advanced techniques, and all this week is really review. Because again, I'm letting it be known, Progress Sports coming up. We're in, I think, week 4 now, and it's only like 8 weeks, I think, in a quarter. So we're moving really quickly out of this quarter, and I don't want people to fail. But looking at some of these scores, you guys got to submit the assignments and try to do it on time, because that actually helps you keep that 20% you will lose if it's turned in after 8 p.m. So what's the next portion? Here we go. Who's coming into class now? Just heard a message pop. Okay. Oh, Linaria. Okay. Hey, Linaria. Welcome to class, dear. Is your camera working? Oh, that is your camera. Are you in the dark?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. You are on a computer, right? Or are you on a phone?
I'm on my computer.
Okay, cool, cool. All right. So you know how to log into your EDSB. Not you're not well. You know how to log in your EDSB and get to the link that I got on the screen, right? I don't know. So if you don't have a link, I just put it in there. But since you just came in a room, let me know if I got to repost it if you don't see it. In fact, I'll just repost it before I get too far along. And you can find it in EDSB Linaria, or you can find it in the chat. That's the project we're working on for today. All right. So where was I at? There is the next part, and that's the code I just put in the chat. This portion, I'm gonna have. Let's see who has not read yet. Miss Cherry, can you read what's in the chat? Miss Cherry, you there? Oh, I see your camera's on now. Okay. Can you see the chat?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to scroll up.
No problem.
Use the code to recreate your own sprite and backdrop for the entire program. All segments of code need to be ready by tomorrow morning. Class, please keep in mind that you must choose your own sprite and backdrop for this project and all future projects. To get the maximum credit, all sprites have to be different music settings and upload to SB via your Scratch link by 8 p.m. Stay safe and out there, Zane.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. So I keep seeing projects with no music in there. This is essential when you guys make your final project. So what I want you to do while we're working on this code is to download a 30-second clip of you just saying your name. Okay, this is part of the project. Now I want you to take that clip, and if you have, I think you have a smartphone, you can do this. You can hit record feature and upload this clip of you just saying your first name, each of you, and email it to yourself. Then we're going to download that clip, and I'll show you how, into your backdrop. Okay, now this is taking us to the next level. I've been saying for weeks, we're going to start utilizing music, and we're going to start taking images, and we've been doing the images last week, but now we're about to take it a step further. Okay, so let's go to the source code, and again, this is in the chat. And to get to the source code, once you click on that link, it takes you to this page. I want you to click on See Inside. Okay, so make sure you're there so you can see all of the code that is inside of this simulation. That's all it is. Now, the first 10 minutes that I mean, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes, not the first 10, but in 10 minutes, I want you to recreate these three blocks of code here. Okay, so Did she leave? Oh, she's probably trying to fix it. She said her laptop went down. Oh, there she goes. Okay, she fixed it. I was like, she left but came back. All right, so these blocks of code is what you have to work on in 10 minutes. And I need you in 10 minutes to be able to share your screen as best you can, because these points are going to help you towards, anything you may have not done so well in. Also, if you got assignments you haven't turned in, turn them in, but be mindful, they have to be correct. Again, I have people submitting the same assignment daily. And if it's marked incomplete, it doesn't mean it's got a 0 there, but it doesn't mean you can't still go back and fix it. So please fix it. 10 minutes. All right. Does anybody got questions on how to get started on this? Like, at this point, we should be pretty good, right? Or no?
Mr. Tyler, you said we doing what again?
So for 10 minutes, I want you to create this code, right, on the screen. And that's the first sprite. So you gotta let me minimize the 10 and don't start it yet, because that was a great question. So like we've been always doing, Alika, we're gonna create, right? So you need to create from this new page of scratch. Make sure you're logged in too, and then make sure you have side by side your code over here, so you can code side by side what you gotta do. Now, what do we usually do? We remove that default sprite, then we choose a sprite, right? So to choose a sprite, just come over. And you got this little sprite button here. It's like a cat head or something. So you click on that, and that allows you, Alika, to choose any type of sprite. Now remember, we always want to choose sprites that have at least 3 characters. And you know that because you see how this one is switching. That's a 3 character. That's about a 2 or 3 character. The apple's not moving, so I don't think it's any characters. This arrow's moving though. So you want to choose something like that as your main character, and then mirror the code. All right. So if I chose Andy, for instance,
We can't use the same characters.
no, we cannot use the same characters. Great job. Now, I'll allow you to use the same characters if you change the color and put the character in there, if that's what you want to do, because you get an advance. But you can do that. You just can't, because you just can't use the same exact color. Now, if you can do that, then you're cool. Plus, it's like extra credit, because that's like, I think, Thursday's project, recoloring images. All right, so to get back to Alika's question, and great question, Mr. Carson, because I was assuming you guys already knew that part. That's all we've been doing is using projects and changing characters, as he was asking. Now, these 3 sprites, these 3 segments of code is what we want to start on. So to start you off, Alika, did you already choose your character?
No.
Okay, so you guys, okay, let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna start the timer though, and if you need help as you go along, let me know. Again, this is review week. We're coming towards the wire. So just let me know when you got the sprite started, and then I can walk you through some of putting these blocks of code together. I think you're pretty good at it, though. I gotta check. So I think you submitted some stuff. Oh, okay. I need you to catch up. Yeah, you've been getting extra credit for classroom. I got some of Linnaria's projects, Tamia's, some of Greer's. Cherry's done some considerable work. And Carson's. Yeah, almost everything. You're missing something from the 24th, Carson. You just said forget that day, huh?
Wait, I'm missing what?
The 24th, conditions, colors, an operator remix. You got the 22nd that's being graded. Yeah, everything else, dude, you've been keeping up. So if you're not sure where I'm getting this from, you can click on the my work and assessments, and each of you can see how well you're doing. Again, this is review week. So Alika, did you get any further or no? You just ask that question and then get quiet.
I'm clicking my sprite and stuff.
Okay, so you're able to figure out what to do, or you need me to explain more? Okay, I guess she's good. Oh, before I forget, everybody make sure you click on the share button and you name it. Like if I click on share here, it'll take me to the project page, but that's because it's looking for a name. So I would name this project exactly what the source code says it is. So I'm just gonna copy that from here and put that in our project as a name. Okay? And that'll allow you to save it and continue to work on it. All projects.
Mr. Kaiser,
Yes, ma'am.
how come you be doing like the stuff like that, like this little dragon boat stuff, and we don't know how to do that?
Wait, the steps like what? Say it again.
Like, you know how you got these dragons people and these peoples, like
Hmm.
they ain't got these sprites on here. So how
I
you
know. That's what we was talking about last week. So here's how you do that, right? You might have missed that part of class, but great question. She's like, I don't see these sprites, is what you're asking, right? So since you don't see them, what you can do is you can take them from this source code, right? Make sure you click on the sprite you want to work on. So I'm gonna take for instance this blue sprite or this blue dragon boat. We'll come over here to costume. And we did this, I think, Carson, was it Thursday or Friday we did this? I think it was, we downloaded each of these costumes, right? So I think it's the export, and you export all of them, and then you can put them into your code here. So if I come back to what I'm creating, I can go to costumes and I say, hey, I don't want Andy to be that way. I want, to put something in here, right? We come down here, and there's this upload costume. Now this is after you downloaded the costume. So you got to download all the costumes and then put them into your project. So that's the dragon. That's one, right? 'Cause it says blue, but there's like 4 of them in there when you look at it, right? So I'm gonna select that, and then there he is in my project. So you can do the same thing using a couple steps you may not have seen last time. Does that help or no?
No, I said
No. Why not?
it helped a little bit, but it's still like. So I gotta download those
You
first.
first download. All right, so let's do it again. We go back, and this is the second one, right? So I'm gonna download this by right clicking. I don't know if you have a mouse or not, but I'm right clicking. So right click, and then you go to export, or I think yours might be save image. I think that's what it was for some people. And you click on that, and it'll download it. You see it come down here,
Mm-hmm.
and all I got to do now that I've seen this download, is come to my project and say, hey, I want to upload it, a new costume. And I find my new costume, and this is middle blue. This was down blue. So this is how they're rolling. And then I just go down and get the rest of these costumes until I have what I need.
How you
These
get those costumes on the side?
the costumes on the side like this,
Yeah, the ones you downloaded. That those
right? So we got to go back to the original code, right? So this is what I sent you in the chat. You should be here. This is like your instructions to build everything. And all I did is I clicked on the one I want to focus on. That was this blue dragon, which is this guy. Now I'm gonna come up here to costume.
I know that. I know that. Like, but how you get the blue dragons and the 3 people? Like, where did it come from?
Oh, you talking about the blue dragon itself?
Yeah.
Oh, well, these are teacher resources. So I got these from other teachers, and they showed me how to teach you this stuff. She said, like, where did I get it from? MIT, I guess.
Like the whole little boat with 3 people.
Yeah, I didn't draw that. No, that's a resource. They gave it to me. But you can download that same thing to your computer, is what I'm saying, and put it in your sprites.
But I thought we can't have the same thing as you.
No, that's it. Okay, so here, listen. Here, you missed that part. Carson asked that question too. So once you download it, I'm glad you asked that. He's like, can I just download the same thing? And I said, yeah, if you change the colors of it, right? So we come here and select it. And as long as it's not the exact same color, and you got to play with it, you can actually manipulate it where its color changes in here. You could even flip it, and I'll accept it that way, where they're rolling backwards. That makes sense? You're not using exactly the same.
Sprite and download it though.
You said what?
So we gotta go to your scratch thing.
Right, the original one I gave you. As long as the color's different, if you want to go that route, the color's different, or you flip the image so it doesn't look the same, it's acceptable. But once you're in the codes for the blue one, I think it's what, 5 costumes, and I think it's the same too for the other one. So this is like a review from last week. Yeah, about 5 in here. So you can change the colors of them and use those, but you got to use the technique that I showed you guys last week. So once you do that, I mean, that's, how much time I gave you? 10 minutes. Oh, 2 more minutes. Okay, so, but the main thing is, I mean, that's one thing, because I do want you to get most of the same imagery, but then you gotta still do all that code inside. So don't forget about that part. Don't get caught up in the art, and you don't forget to snap these blocks together. So this is for the blue one, all right? And I think it's 4 segments. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one, it's how many segments? 1, 2, 3. Is there anything else? Nope. And how about this one? This is the rags in the sky. So they change colors, I think, change things. So yeah, that's only 1 segment. That's not bad. Then a fish. There's a little fish that's hiding out there, and you can make it do things. But just make sure you have this much code for it too. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 sprites, and then you got different costumes for each because you want them to animate. So take your time and figure out which sprites you're going to use, and then put the code together. So it's like 9:32. I was re-explaining for Alika. I can give you guys at most 5 more minutes on this, and then we got to share our screens out.
Bless your mom.
God bless her too. So like, keep working on it, and then be ready to share what you have so far. So how are we gonna get ours to look like that? I think I answered that, Miss Greer. Did I answer your question or no? 'Cause I just saw the chat. She looks frozen. Miss Greer, you there? Your screen's like frozen. Or is you in a different app? Oh, there you go. Okay, you was like frozen forever. Did I answer your question or no? As far as how to get that? Okay. All right. So 5 more minutes, and then we gotta share our screens to see how much we've got. Oh, she said, "Yeah, thank you," because you kept freezing on me. I'm like, I guess you don't want to talk. Okay.
They won't let me download this sprite.
What? Share your screen, Bernie. Let me see. I'm gonna stop presenting. Let me see what you got going on. There's probably one step you're missing, or you're getting frustrated too fast with it. There you go. You got it. Okay. Now, what are you saying? It won't let you do what? Oh, you stopped sharing. Okay, I was trying to see what she was talking about. Okay, there you go again. Okay, oh, that's a better view. I saw one tab. Okay, you must have switched it up. Okay, cool. You're learning.
Okay, so
All right, so
this right.
okay, so go to costumes. So, yeah, you exported it, and I see it over there. It says, what is that? Okay, show in folder. I want to see what type of file it is. Make sure it's right. Let's see here. What does it say?
Blue Dragon Boat.
Okay, so I think the way you're downloading is giving you grief. Okay, so come back, close that down, and then go to your project you're working on. Okay. And when you go to yeah, where did you put it? Is it in your downloads? Oh, I don't see nothing in your downloads. You downloaded it somewhere else? It looks like.
I don't know
Okay, no, yeah, go back to show and folder. We can find that out there. No, I was gonna tell you, wait, hold off on that. You go, yeah, show and folder. Let's take a look at where you put it.
how. Oh,
So
like
you're on the C
what is
drive,
it?
right? So you remember where that is, because that's where your file went.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I told you, you're just getting frustrated. There you go. And then you got change directory. Where would it go? Okay, so I tell you what you do. Go back to show and folder. We're gonna move it because I don't think I see it there. And I'm gonna tell you a quick way to always fix that problem. Make sure you share it to your desktop. So do you see where is it at? You see desktop at the top?
Mhm.
Drag your files, those two files that you downloaded over to your desktop. Desktop up the top. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now if you click on desktop, we're gonna make sure it's there. Yeah, okay. Now you go to try to upload that picture. You can
Huh?
close that down. You can minimize that because you might need it again. Don't open it. Just minimize it. There you go. Because you might need to open it again, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so now, right, cut to the corner, see if you can find it now. We gotta go to desktop, right? Dang, it won't let you. Okay, here's one other way. Hit cancel. And instead of downloading it from that place, come over to the side, go back to that project.
This.
Minimize that. Your the source code I gave you. Right. Now go to costumes. It's already selected. Go to costumes. No, dude. No. Go back. She moving too fast. All right, costumes. Come over to the left at the top. See costumes? So you got code, costumes. There you go. All right. Now right click on one of those off to the left and see if you can export it and see what it downloads as. Is it the same? What did it download?
Damn blue.
Okay, but can you open? Can you see what it is? Is it a PNG file or is it something else?
PNG.
Now try to use that. I think that was your issue. It even changed the type. Yep, you can use that, dear. But yeah, she remember. Okay, now try to download it. Yeah, you might want to keep one of those open in case you got to find files. So you got the hang of it that fast. Uh huh. Okay. And there you go. So you know you got to go through costumes to do it, and not through the sprite area. Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No problem. No problem. Okay, now you do have guys and gals. Let's see. We got to do our share out time, right? So those of you who are ready to share out,
I can't make it smaller.
you said what?
This can't go smaller.
You got to play with it. You can do it smaller. I want you to talk to your classmates about that, though. You got to play with it, though. You don't need to make it smaller, though, because if you go to where is that? Go back to your code. Are you trying to play with the colors now? If you go back to your code with the sprite, yeah, I click on code. Yep. You see the sizing over there? It changes the size of it, and you can move it around, right? Yep. So you got to play with that. That's what I was telling you. So it's up to you right now why you want to do them. But you still got to put the rest of the costumes in there, right?
Mhm.
So delete the other ones and then keep putting your other costumes in. So the old ones you got there, you want to get rid of those and just leave the blue one, right? Because
Okay.
I don't want you getting confused. And then go back and get, I think it was 4 more costumes. What was it? 5 characters or 5 changes. So it's like 4 more you got to grab. There you go. You cleaned it up.
And get these ones.
Yes. There you go. All right. So you can stop sharing because you already got points for doing all that. You on point. I need to see someone else. This is a time where Once we get done with this, we can talk about grades. We can talk about attendance and probably the progress reports coming up. But we got to share to see if you've done some in class work like Miss Vernon's done. So, who would like to go first? Because it's 9:41. I did want to give y'all 10 minute exit early. Okay, go ahead, Carson.
Only got one of the sprites.
You only got one sprite done.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out how to change the color.
Something better than nothing, brother. Something better than nothing. Let's see what you got. Okay. Okay, so you reversed. You took my first suggestion. So you see what everybody.
I couldn't change the color, so I got to still look at it. Though.
Yeah, you got to play with that. But you can get away with doing it that way and just have them go in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got to understand what to do. You got a few more things to do. Yeah, see, you got the animations down pat though. Pretty good, dude. Okay, so you can stop sharing. Just stick with me until about 9:50ish because we still got to talk grades. Who's next? I'm trying to make sure you get your participation points, which help your scores. All you gotta do is just share what you have so far.
I
So
can share.
Vern already did it. Who's that? Cherry?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Miss Cherry. Make sure you do entire screen. Okay, there you go. Okay. And you got a lot. And then she changed it up. Can you share with us, Miss Cherry, what you did? Because I think Carson was trying. But how did she do it? Oh goodness. These girls can code. All right, so can I see each of your sprites, Miss Cherry, before I'll let you go. I'll let you off the hook. Okay, okay. So you made a lot of progress, I see. Okay. Can you animate it real quick for me? Linearia left. Oh no. Okay.
I'm still in here.
Yo, you still okay. Now, one thing I'm seeing that's gonna be a headache for you is if you don't hit that share button, Miss Cherry. Because when you share it out to me, it's gonna be a headache. Because I won't be able to see it. Yeah, so just give it the same name as the source code I gave you in class earlier. What is it called? Animation Dragon Boat Festival, right? There you go. Okay, so when you do that, that means when you guys are done, you just copy the link and put it in today's assignment before 8. Please do that. I think Cherry's done. Who else is
Mr.
okay?
Tyler,
Yeah, yes.
I was about to say because you was asking me how when you download the Sprite, it also downloads the codes right along with the Sprite. But only thing is you have to put in the little typing parts where the code's at. You
Hmm.
gotta you gotta retype that.
You learned something. I didn't tell you that trick on purpose. Pretty good, Cherry. You learn how to program fast. So I don't know if y'all heard what she said, but that was a big clue. So also, if you do that, Cherry, what I've learned is you can change the sprite by changing some of the character codes, costumes inside. Okay, so that's just a little tip to some of y'all to do some of these old projects over. But she is absolutely right. There's a way to do that. Linearia, are you ready to share your screen, dear? All I see is a fan and a
Yeah.
window. Hey, Linearia, can you share what you've been working on so far? Here she goes. Oh, okay. You got them under the sea. So you got a lot done. All right. And don't forget to the share button. Don't want to share button, Linearia, so you can always have it ready. Okay, just keep working, Linearia. You got a few more sprites to do. Make sure that when you're done, you share out that link. And you got till 8 p.m. for it. And last, we have Miss Greer. Are you there? Can you share what you've been working on, dear? All I see is a J. I don't see your camera no more. There. Square, are you there? There she goes. Okay, can you share your screen? There she goes. Got it. Oh, okay. You got a lot done, dear. You got two of them in there. Okay. Okay, cool. All
I'm
right.
trying to figure out how to change this color.
You better talk to Miss Cherry or something. So look, I just wanted to make sure you knew where the videos were today, and you gotta play with it, dear. That's what I told Carson. So you'll figure it out. I know you're sharp enough. You can do it. You gotta play with it though. You guys have until 8 p.m. to turn this in. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is about grades. All assignments this week will be double credit. The reason I'm doing that is because I see a lot of deficiencies. So please turn this in because only this week and only this week will that happen. Next week they go back to just regular credit. So you turn this in, that could possibly help you out for a grade in the past. But you got to turn it in on time. That's the only stipulation here. Okay? So I hope you guys don't lose this opportunity. But all through this week, if assignments are turned in, you possibly help out a lot of grades from the past. And that would be beneficial to you because we have prior sports coming up. Another thing is how do you change the color? The color friend. Oh, she's talking to you, man. Okay. Let me see here. So I wanted to get the word of the day out there before I let you guys go, and also the classroom term of the day. So give me 1 minute. I'm putting in the chat. And if you're wondering, yeah, thanks for stopping sharing, Ms. Greg, 'cause I was about to show you what to do so we can get going. Entire screen. And we come here, where is it? In the project, in your C project, when you are actually about to send it in, just make sure you come over in the notes and credits and put the two terms and their definitions in there. So the first term is apex, if you didn't know, right? So let me type in the chat. The word of the day is apex, and you got to give me the definition of apex in the chat. Let me grab the computer science classroom term. Okay. And where is it? So that would be synchronous. Synchronization. I messed that word all up. So that's the apex, right? You can put that in the box for notes and discussions. That's 25 extra points. I'm trying to help y'all, really help y'all out. So you put the definition of apex in the notes and credits of your project. All right, and then the last one is the classroom. Let me type this out. Term of the day, and it's synchronization. Yeah, I spelled it right. Did I spell it right? So synchronization is when you have both of these boats in the animation moving in a synchronized manner. So they synchronize by your code. Okay, so I'm not going to say what the definition is, but you should want the full 25 points. Not 25 points per word, but 25 points for having both definitions of it. Okay, and they got to be in the notes and credits. This video, we make sure you know, we got to keep telling people, is always going to be in your library section. In the library section, there are YouTube links, and there are also downloadable videos. The download videos, it takes you a while to download it. Once you do, you always have access to it, even if you don't have internet. The links, like this is a Google Meet link. That's not. I'm gonna get rid of that. Back when you can get rid of it now. But the links, they're usually the YouTube recordings of each class, so you can get access to those a lot faster. Okay. So let me come out of here. I talked to you about grades already. Oh, I did. You go to, what is it, My Work, that's the student view, and you can look at your grade graph. I think that's all I had. It's 9:50. I do want you to have a little time to stretch your legs, refresh, and get ready for second period. You guys have any questions before we move to dismiss? Go. What is it? He says go to the costume, click on the paint bucket. Pick, I think he meant a color, and then click on the costume until you're done. So he just gave you a clue, Ms. Greer, on how to do it. And I think Miss Cherry, she also did it too. See, that's how you change. But seriously, any more questions before we wrap this up? 9:51. I do want to have time between periods to get ready. Miriam, Miss Greer, anybody? Y'all real quiet. Are y'all really focused on this down? Yeah, I guess they are. All right. So let's see here. Rush, did you have any announcements for them, or you?
Oh no, I'm cool. I ain't got nothing.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, you're free to go then. Get you a moment to ask questions. I see
See you,
Cherry's
Mr.
mic.
Tyler.
You said what, Miss Cherry?
I said, see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, dear. Turn that in before 8. Please, please turn it in.
Okay.
All right. Vernon, did you have a question, or Cherry left?
No, I was doing this thing. See, Mrs. Tyler.
All right.
She don't like being up here with the new.
Let's see here. Greer, any questions? Like you're stuck on the phone. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Let's see here. Who's still in the room? It's just me. Oh, it's me and Rush. Okay. Stop the recording.